Hello everyone, today we are going to start in child's pose. We're going to come onto our mat, turning the knees wide, toes close together, shifting our weight back, coming down onto our mat, resting our forehead on the mat, maybe extending those arms out for a deeper stretch, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. We're going to come up from child's pose. We're going to extend the right knee forward, coming down into right pigeon, puffing up the chest here, lifting our gaze, maybe slowly walking our hands back in pigeon for a nice deep stretch. Coming up back to the top of our mat, we're going to come up into down dog, pedaling out the feet here, pushing the shoulders away from your mat, and we're going to let our right leg fly, bending the knee, maybe opening the hip for a deep stretch here, and we're going to bring that right leg all the way through to the top of the mat, coming down into warrior two, flipping the hand over the head, sliding that left arm down the back leg. Holding here for a breath, maybe squat, lunging deeper as we breathe. Gonna take a big lunge forward into warrior three, maybe extending down, using a hand for stability, maybe slowly trying to lift that hand off the mat. Bringing our hands back down, we're going to bend that back leg and come down to a seated position slowly on our mat for a crossover twist, grabbing that left arm, bringing it to the opposite side of your body, and maybe extending the gaze past your shoulder. Breathing here. Releasing that stretch, coming back to our hands and knees. We're going to come into tabletop for a few cat-cows here. Inhaling, hollowing out the back, dropping the chin. Exhaling, lowering the belly towards the mat, lifting your gaze. Inhaling, hollowing out. Exhale, lowering the belly. Two more here. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Next, we're going to come up into plank position. Either holding plank here, or you have the option to do a few leg lifts, starting with the left leg lifting and lowering for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Down into chaturanga. Puffing up the chest here. Tucking the toes and coming back into down dog. Taking a few moments to breathe here. After we've had a few moments to rest, we're going to take that left leg fly, bending the knee, maybe opening up the hip. We're going to come through for left pigeon, holding here, puffing up the chest, maybe slowly walking those hands back for a deeper stretch in pigeon, releasing the neck and the chin towards the sky. Walking our hands back to the top of our mat, we're going to tuck the toes. We're going to come up into a high lunge for warrior two, finding that deep lunge, extending the hand over the head, letting that right arm slide down the leg, Holding here for a few breaths. Getting ready to take a big lunge into Warrior 3. Maybe holding the mat for stability or slowly lifting that arm. Now putting both arms down onto your mat, we're going to slowly come to a seated position, bending that left knee. And I'm going to turn around for a better view. Once we've come to our seated position, we're going to take that right arm over the head and lowering it across the body for a twist, gazing over the left shoulder. Coming back to center, we're going to come back into our tabletop position, and we're going to come back into down dog, pedaling out the feet, maybe doing a few head rolls side to side here. Coming down onto our knees into a standing position. We're going to slowly begin to walk our hands to our heels for boat pose. Bending as far as you feel comfortable, releasing the head and the chin. Coming back to a seated position. We're going to turn onto our backs, laying in cork pose for a second. And slowly walking both of our feet towards our hamstrings. We're going to raise both legs, maybe holding here, finding a deep stretch, or you have the option to do a few leg lifts, lowering the left, bringing it back to center, lowering the right, bringing it back to center. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the legs, giving your knees a hug. Extending the left leg out, hugging your right knee. Coming back to both knees hugging. Extending the right leg out, giving the left knee a deep hug. And once you're ready, place both feet on your mat, come up to a seated position. Taking one deep breath, inhale, exhale. I wish you gratitude and success in your practice. Namaste.